There's a hospital abroad that gives job offers so fast without even giving you an interview or an exam. Stay tuned to know the secret. Welcome to Ask Abba, a segment where we break down the ins and outs of the application process. I'm Carla Flores, a project manager in Abba, and today I'll be addressing your frequently asked questions about the National Guard's most important requirement, the key to fast-track your way towards a job offer. For those of you who may not be familiar, the employer that we're talking about is none other than the Ministry of National Guard Health Affairs, or the National Guard in Saudi Arabia. They run huge medical cities in Riyadh, Jeddah, Dammam, Al-Asa, Medina, Al-Qasim, and Taif. And they are actually serving the National Guard, their employees, and their families. National Guard has actually been one of the longest standing employers of ABBA, and that's why they've already recruited thousands of Filipino nurses and healthcare workers through us. And here's the best part, most of them got there in just 3 to 4 months. Applying is super simple as long as you meet the minimum qualifications and you complete this one important step, you're well on your way towards a National Guard job offer. So, let's dive in. Question 1. What's the most important step for a National Guard application to be considered? It's actually submitting your PQD, or your personal qualification data. This is basically a set of documents that you either accomplish or scan, compile, and then send to ABBA so that we can line you up to the National Guard immediately. For as long as you have at least 1 year of post-license experience in the desired area and no more than 6 months of work gap, then a complete PQD is almost a golden ticket towards a National Guard job offer. Question 2. Why is submitting the PQD so important for my National Guard application? Because National Guard is the only overseas employer that issues JOs solely based on PQDs. They seldom require interviews or exams to issue a JO. Compare this with other hospitals or other countries. Like in the US, you will need the NCLEX. In the UK, you will need the IELTS or OET. In the UAE, you'll need the DHA or DOH. And most of these hospitals would even require an interview or more exams. But with Saudi Arabia's National Guard, completing the PQD is already the biggest hurdle when it comes to getting a job offer. So that's the game changer. Question 3. What makes up the PQD? Good question. You're probably wondering what's inside the PQD. So the PQD actually has 2 parts. The first part are what we call the National Guard forms. These are forms that you simply need to accomplish and then sign. Number 1 is the disclosure form for new applicants, where you just need to declare if you have relatives with the National Guard. Number 2 is the International Recruitment Application Form, which is basically your resume but translated into the National Guard template. Number 3 is the Skills Checklist Acknowledgement Form, which is just a signed confirmation that you understood the guidelines of the skills checklist that your recruiter will soon discuss with you. The second part of the PQD are your existing documents. From the name itself, these are 5 items that you likely already have. Number 1 is a detailed CV. You can actually use any template for this one, but just make sure that it's really comprehensive, especially your work experience. Numbers 2 to 5 are clear scanned copies of your nursing diploma, transcript of records, nursing license, and Philippine passport. For your license and passport, make sure that they're valid for at least 1 year upon submission. Now, all you have to do is to accomplish or scan everything and then compile them in a single PDF. When you email this PDF to ABBA, you've technically submitted your PQD. That's it. Question 4. If PQD is easy to accomplish, why do nurses fail to complete it? I know, right? Out of any given batch of qualified applicants that we receive for the National Guard, only half of them would send us their PQDs within a week. Isn't that crazy? Many of these nurses would tell us that they're just too busy, whereas others would say that they're a bit tech challenged. But don't worry, we got tools for you that could make your lives easier. You can use apps or online tools to complete the PQD. There are apps and tools for filling up the forms, scanning the existing documents, and also combining everything in a single PDF. Question 5. Is there a chance for me to not get a job offer? Of course, there will still be a chance. I mean, come on. Nothing is 100% sure in this world, but I will tell you that disapprovals rarely happen among our National Guard applicants. What they often do is to just give feedback much later than sooner. Nevertheless, you won't lose much when you give it a try, right? With the National Guard's reasonable qualifications and easy to accomplish PQD, it'll be so strange if you don't take your chance. If this video convinced you to apply to the National Guard, now's the time because we have vacancies in Riyadh, Jeddah, Al-Asa, and Dammam. All you need is at least 1 year of post-license experience in your area of specialization and no more than 6 months of work gap. Scan the QR code on your screen to apply. If you're qualified, we'll immediately guide you to complete your PQD. And from there, you're on your way to a National Guard job offer. That's it, mga ka-shift! Got more questions? Drop them in the comment section or DM us. Who knows, we might just feature your question in the next episode. And don't forget to like, follow, and hit that notification bell so that you won't miss what's next on Ask Abba.